I want to divorce my wife over her hair. This is just me venting, and I am so exhausted of my wife here lately. Our little girl's wedding was back in October, and it was a fucking disaster because of my wife. My wife and daughter had gotten into a fight before the wedding, seemingly made up a few days before, so we flew down and were going to stay till after the wedding. When we got there, my wife started complaining about her hair. My daughter was suggesting a few of the salons around New Orleans that would have fit her in before the wedding. My wife asked her if she would just do her hair. My daughter has her beauty license. My daughter agreed, and that's when the disaster started. My wife's hair was too warm, then too cool, then too warm again. My daughter had done her 3X in a row, 6 hours each time because my wife has a lot of hair and was wanting to be foiled back to back. Don't know if I phrased that right. My daughter said she couldn't do it again for the fourth time because she didn't want to overprocess her hair and that her body was killing her. She said she was becoming burnt out from her nursing job, her hair job, and now all the wedding planning and running around. This third appointment was the day of her wedding, by the way, and before it started, my wife said, "Don't take another 10 hours to do it." My wife became very short and snippy with her and complained about her hair the entire time. She kept sending my daughter pictures of hair colors that she liked and telling her she colored her too gray and cool. My daughter was in tears during her wedding cause she said her feet were blistered, so it was hard for her to walk in the heels she had purchased for her wedding day. Her husband gently asked us if we could go home the day after the wedding. I, of course, agreed. I was continuously telling my wife that her hair looked amazing and to leave our daughter alone, but she just kept saying this is her job. I snapped at her after the second appointment and said enough is enough. I also learned that my daughter had spent over $400 just on product for my wife's hair. My little girl and her husband make enough to sustain themselves fine and live comfortably, but I know that after their wedding, they wanted to tighten their belts and start saving up for a house because they plan on trying for kids soon. After the wedding, my wife had completely blown up once we got home saying her hair was a mess and she was going to have to pay a lot of money to get it fixed. She texted our daughter and ripped her ass, saying what she wanted wasn't that hard and that she's completely destroyed her hair. Our daughter just replied with, "She's sorry and hasn't talked to us since." She sent me a happy Thanksgiving text and told me she loved me. But she hasn't talked to her mom since that text and she only keeps in regular contact with her siblings. I am so beyond pissed off. She had worked hard. Coming off a 16-hour nursing shift and immediately doing her mom's hair for 6 hours, and then 2 more 6-hour appointments back to back, and my wife is still ungrateful. This isn't the woman I married. This isn't the mother that I know. If I have to hear about her precious hair one more time, I'm going to leave because no hair is worth her relationship with her daughter.